very fond of. Is this a parable or just a story about Kafka and his friend Max Brod? Max Brod asked his friend, Franz, Franz, what about hope? Surely you believe in hope. And Franz said, yes, of course, just not for us.
Okay, I've got lots of questions, but we're running slightly short, but I want to give, and Errol would also like to give the audience a chance to ask some questions. So if we can be quick, we can get a couple of questions in. I'm not sure if we have a mic, but I can repeat the questions. A hand went up very quickly. Somebody, you're wearing green, and you have a microphone. There we are. That's easy.
Did you feel that David Cornwall was often replying to you with riddles?
No. Occasionally, yes, but not always. David was replying to me in a way that made me think about stuff. What more can you ask for? I like to think I make movies that maybe as confused and as obtuse as I am, maybe I can learn something and I can be given the opportunity to think about something. And for that, I am truly grateful.
He's also interesting because he turns the tables, doesn't he? He asks you, he posits his theory that the interrogator, which is an interesting way to describe an interview, is looking for something of themselves in the interview. What were you looking for in yourself?
I was looking for something, but I'm not sure what. Probably a movie. He says something very odd at the beginning of the movie, which I have no claim to understanding. Well, maybe a little teensy-weensy little bit. He says that interviews are like interrogations. Maybe they're one and the same. I don't think they are, really. And then it says that you're looking to create this dependence on the interrogator, dependence on the interviewer, however you want to describe it, and that you're looking for the lie. I know that a lot of people, when they ask me about this film, they ask me, well, did you think David was lying? Well, good God. He tells you that he's misrepresenting everything constantly in the movie. He himself doubts his own memory, his own record of events. He writes in part so he can remember. And he's never sure that he can. Skeptical about memory itself. I've never interviewed someone who so deeply questioned himself and his own narration in the course of actually narrating what he's doing. And when I say that he's an exquisite expositor of self-hatred, he is. I like to think we're kindred spirits. I felt like blurting out, well, David, you're not the only person that despises yourself. I do too.
Okay, we're going to take one more very quick question, and then we do have to finish. And there's somebody right in the front row. Okay, if you say it, people can't hear, I'll repeat. The microphone is coming. Give us 2 seconds. Thank you. I think we might be being recorded, so there we go. Thank you.
I just wondered if David had actually seen the final cut or any of the bits of it while you were going on the film.
Well, the final cut, it seems unlikely because he died before the film was finished. Unless he has powers I am completely unaware of. No, he did not see the final film. I wish he could. I would love to know what he might think of this film. And in my perhaps self-deception, unending delusion. I even like to think he might like it.
I know that we all do. David's sons here was Simon.
Simon and Stephen are here.
Could you stand up? Are you still here? Let's put that down first.
This film most certainly would not exist without them. They brought me to this country, I believe, and to bring me to London and facilitated not just my initial meetings with David, but certainly this film which resulted. And I thank everybody involved. It's been a sheer pleasure to interview this man and to make a movie on the basis of that interview. One of the great experiences of my life. So thank you.
I'm sure. Everybody here tonight will also agree one of the great experiences. It's wonderful to have you here, Errol. You'll have to come back with more stories. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, history is chaos. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.